Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'm going to look at something a little bit different from the US. This is a genuine 2007 military US ration. Now I have been a little bit duped with this one. The seller told me the pack was opened. He said he brought it back from Afghanistan as a gift from an American colleague, but he assured me all of the contents were intact. I've had a look through. There is actually one of the main items missing, but it will still be interesting to see how well these have survived since 2007 all the way from Afghanistan and how much is still edible. So let's get this on a table and see what this pack still contains. And so, as you can see, I now have here on the table this vintage US menu 16 from 2007, the chicken fajita. And as I mentioned in the intro, I was a little bit duped with this one. The seller told me it was open. He brought it back from Afghanistan, but since then he's not actually touched it or removed any components. But I did have a sneak, and there is one of the main components missing. But it is a vintage. It will still be interesting to see what is actually in here still, and more importantly, did it survive and is it eatable? So it's already opened, don't need the easy peel strip. And straight off the bat, what we have left in here is one of the main entrees, and it is a fried rice. Now I've had a look on another YouTube review. I've checked all these components are actually accurate. We just are missing one of the main components. We also have a pack of tortillas. There is the standard US FRH with 7030 on it, so 2007, the 30th day. We have a nut raisin mix. We have the good old US MRE spoon. There is a French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. There is a 2007 66 day of accessory pack, which we shall take a look at in a moment. We also have a very vintage looking cheese spread. It does actually feel malleable though, so it will be interesting to see if the cheese spread survived. There is a seasoning blend, salt free. That's the first time I've seen those loose when they're not included in the accessory pack. And the hot beverage bag. So it does actually seem that it's missing the main component, the chicken fajita, which is a shame, but there is plenty here, including the fried rice, to get open and see if it's actually survived the test of time. So let's get these out on a tray and see what they look and possibly taste like. And as you can see, I now have here laid out on the tray this vintage 15-year-old US ration, and I'm going to start by taking a look at some of the things that need a little bit of preparation. So one of them being the French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. So this is a cappuccino coffee. It says you can mix with hot or cold water. I am actually going to make this one hot. It does come in a shake bag, so you just shake, mix and shake in the bag, but I am actually going to put it in the cup. I do have a cup here, so it does say fill to the line and shake. I'm actually going to pour it into the mug here. So this is the vanilla flavour, so let's just Have a look at that. That looks fine. 15 years old. It does actually look okay. I've had a look at the ingredients list. It does actually contain milk powder, so hopefully that has survived. Usually a lot of these instants have vegetable fats instead of milk, but we shall see. So I'll give it about half a mug. Again, I like to give it its best chance. I think we'll also have a look at the accessory pack. Now this is a, as I said at the opening, a 2007, 66 days, so almost a 2006. It's very early in 2007. So we have here, I've seen these before but never actually tried one, a spiced cider instant drink powder. There is a moist towelette. It'll be interesting to see how moist that still is. There's the TP. Let's just hope I won't be needing any of that, so move to one side. There is the cinnamon gum, iodized salt, and little book matches. Just out of interest, it's a white tip, but they do actually look a little bit pink. I don't know if you can see there, they look a bit pink, which is unusual. Probably test of time. Now, as I said, I have no idea how this has been stored. I do know it's been to Afghanistan and back, so there it wouldn't have been stored well. After that, I have no idea where it's been. This spiced cider instant apple drink feels a little bit compromised. Just says just add 6 ounces of water. So we have a glass here. It does feel clumpy, lumpy. I don't think, wow, I don't think that is the way it's meant to look. It's delaminated. The pouch seems to have separated there. There is a smell of a cinnamon type drink, which I don't think it's supposed to look like that. I will try and reconstitute it. I do have some cold water here. Let's see what happens. I don't think that's right. Just give that half a glass of water. See if we can get it to do something. Again, I'm not holding out much hope for these. Not only did it come back from Afghanistan, it's been open. So who knows what elements, bugs, insects, mice, whatever has been inside that pack. But we'll just give that a minute there. I'm going to have a look at the 15-year-old tortillas. So again, 06. This one's the 357th day, so it's 2006. Let's have a look at this. So they look a little bit sorry for themselves. They still smell okay. They have a sort of strange yellow tinge. They have broken, you can see, but still feel moist, but obviously well past their best. So let's move the tortillas out of the way. I also have some nut raisin mix. Let's hope these have lasted a little bit longer. Dried foods hopefully should have lasted a bit more. Now they do look a little bit dry, but then again they always did. We'll just try a few of those. Nice selection of mixed nuts and raisins. That's a small portion of the bag there. Almost dreading the cheese spread, but it does seem malleable, does seem pliable. So let's just give that a little knead. Just give that a little knead there. And I'm just going to take it down. It feels like the pack is delaminating. That's not a good sign, I'm sure. I think I'll bring in a friend just to take that corner off. And last but not least, we have the fried rice. Unfortunately, the chicken fajita mains was missing, but I have boiled this for a good 10 minutes. As we know, rice reheated can be a real hazard, so I'm just bringing a little bowl here. So I'll go over this 10 minutes, serious boiling time. Wow. Oh, there was a strange looking smell coming from there. Not sure if that's what it should have looked like. But we'll empty it out into the pack. Does look interesting. Doesn't actually smell too bad now it's come out of the pack. I think it's the pouch which was a little bit smelly. So there is a simplistic looking rice dish there. Now obviously I'm going to have a little taste of these. I'm not going to risk too much, but I will need, I think, a little glass. I think I've just used my glass here. I'm just going to bring in a cup where I can have a little bit of mouth rinsing water just in case. So a little bit of water on standby, just in case some of this has gone a little bit past its best. So let's start off with this vanilla flavour cappuccino, 15-year-old US, unknown storage. Looks okay, nice little frothy top still there. Actually tastes fine. It's sweet, it's creamy, certainly no need for any sugar. There is a slight vanilla taste in the background. Actually, tastes like that has survived very well. Very little knowledge that that's 15 years old. I'd quite happily drink the whole mug. That's the fourth sip. No hesitation drinking any more of that. So the instant vanilla cappuccino has survived well. Nice tasting frothy cappuccino with a hint of vanilla. A nice tasty hot drink. Now the cider, apple cider, got some sort of floaties going on there. Not sure what that is. I think I'm just going to bring in another spoon. I have a lot of these US MRE spoons floating around. Just going to give that another little stir. One thing about ration reviewing, you get a good supply of US MRE spoons. They never seem to wear, never seem to break. So let's have a little taste of that. Surprisingly, for this condition it was in, that also tastes okay. There is a spiced apple, a slight cinnamon. You can taste the apple. It's very much like a tea, an iced tea with an apple flavour in the background. But again, surprisingly, from the condition that the powder went in, it does taste remarkably fresh, remarkably in good condition. So again, nice, refreshing, apple flavoured, I would almost say like iced tea drink, but still remarkably good condition for 15-year-old in an open pack. So moving around, let's have a look. Nuts and raisins, again, already dried. So hopefully, if it's not been compromised, should have survived. Now the raisins do look very dried. They look a bit like mouse droppings, exceptionally dry. They have got a ranted. Oh, excuse me. What do I go for? I'm going to need a little mouth cleans up. Do apologise if you hear spitting sounds. Those raisins, when you first pop them in your mouth, they seem to taste okay, but after 2 or 3 chews, there's a very acidic, rancid flavour to them. So the raisins have certainly gone. I did actually swallow some of that. I wished I hadn't. I'm going to take a look at some of these nuts now. A little bit dry. Oh no. There we go again. Oh, you have to excuse the background noises. They did taste, it's a strange feeling. As you bite them, they seem okay. As you chew them and they mix with your saliva, all of a sudden they're very rancid, bitter. Unpleasant, still into my mouth. Oh, unpleasant. Certainly look okay, but not. Very, very poor, rancid taste. Look okay, taste okay initially, start to chew, and that rancidity comes out. Now, almost worried now. If the nuts and raisins haven't survived, what hope is there for the rice? So this is the rice. I can see some little green beans in there, maybe a little carrot. The smell is good. Let's have a little piece off the corner here. Smell is okay, like a chicken soupy smell. Now that, there's a garlic smell again. Oh, you have to excuse me. Oh, wow. Oh wow. Where do I start? The rice has nice texture. There is a soupy smell, like a chicken almost flavoured soup. The flavour soon again turns to a rancid, seriously unpleasant, making me feel a little bit sick. Flavour, I'm washing my mouth out, there's some peas in there. In its day, I could have seen that would be a decent side dish. I have no idea the storage conditions. I think these have been stored seriously badly in an open state, and I'm doubtful now. Anything but the drinks. I'm going to have a little taste of the cappuccino again, just to... The cappuccino has good flavour, good taste. That's the only thing that seems to have survived up to now. I'm going to take a little look at a piece of this tortilla. Obviously I'm no longer going to have any more of that rice. Rice is a very dangerous dish to reheat anyway. 15-year-old rice stored in bad conditions. I think I'm asking for an hospital bed if I continue to eat that. So let's have a little taste of one of these tortillas. Wow. Dry, tasteless. Again, cardboard. I'm seriously doing my taste buds some damage here. Cardboard, dry, inedible. They look inedible, they just taste inedible, just like eating cardboard. Taste is gone. Had these many times before. They're normal simple white wheat tortillas of decent quality for a preserved tortilla, but 15-year didn't survive. Now, cheese spread. Wow. For a start, that is brown. It isn't yellow. This is normally a bright yellow colour. This is, I don't know if the light's picking up, the camera does seem to enhance the brightness a bit, so you probably can't see it. It is a lighter shade of the pack. It's dark. Wow. Smells like old socks. Dare I? There's a very, very mature cheese flavour. So if I keep going off shot, I need to keep cleaning my mouth. No. Oh wow. The longer that's in my mouth. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. Cheese spread from Afghanistan. Wow. Not good. Not good at all. I'm just going to have another little... That taste is hard to remove. That seems to be all in my mouth. Not good. Nothing survived up to now. Interesting to see. I could really do now with this surviving. This is the cinnamon gum. It does look like it's stuck to the packet. You can see, I don't know if you can see there. That looks like it's been wet and dried. Normally the gum survives. Not holding out much hope. Well, that's the first time I've seen the gum physically leave a stain on the packet. Wow. Oh, even the gum. The gum is dry. There is no gum texture to it. It just snapped. I'm actually picking bits out of my mouth. No, the gum has gone dry. You can taste the cinnamon just. I got a cinnamon hint, but it wasn't in my mouth long enough. Again, the gum has gone. The cheese is in there. My stomach is already, hopefully that's, I don't know if you heard that, my stomach just rumbled. Hopefully that's nothing to do with what I've just put in my mouth. There is the wet nap. Surprisingly, it is still moist. Just have a look. It's decomposing. I think it's biodegrading. It's falling to pieces, as you can see. So I'll try and open it. And there's no distinction spell, but there is some moisture there. Don't know if you can see how good that is after all this time. I don't know. A little bit of moisture. So what can I say? Interesting to try. The cappuccino seems to have survived. I hope it survived. I've drank about half of it and I've used it as a mouth freshener. That does seem to be okay. Same with the apple drink, even though it didn't look, the apple cider didn't look appetizing. They both seem to have survived. Unfortunately, all of the other contents, I'm almost pleased now that the chicken fajita was actually missing. Nothing is edible. Hasn't stood the test of time, but that could be unsealed packet all the way from Afghanistan 15 years ago and been who knows where. So very interesting, but unfortunately not very edible. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.